What's up, guys? It's your boy Jabberboy188 here. I'm going to be doing a race on F1 2012 in India as Roman Grosjean. So yeah, folks, it's going to be a 25% race. It's going to be a 25% race, which means it's going to be a 15-lap race, I think. And yeah, folks, here is the track guide by Anthony Davidson.
Okay, here we are at the Buddh International Circuit. Into the final corner before starting your lap. A nice wide approach sees you on your way. DRS and curves available at this point in qualifying, remember. Pit building on your right hand side, marker boards on your left, down through the gears from 7th into 2nd. Very tempting to get on the throttle too early. If you do go onto that exit curb, it will pull the car offline. Now uphill towards turn 3. Very easy to overdo this one as well. The rear end or the front can snap on you at any point. Watch the traction on the exit, not too much exit curb. DRS open once again, and on race day, this is your point to use it to try and overtake a car in towards turn 4. A nice long straight to plan your move. 100-meter board just after, down into 2nd gear. Watch out for the front locking here as the track dips away from you, and now down the hill again we go towards this tricky section, this double left-hand corner of turn 5 and 6, down through the gears, and watch out the entry speed and mid-corner because you can easily overdo it and end up on the grass on the right-hand side. Be careful not to take too much curb here on the right and the left of 8 and 9 because the curbs will throw you offline. Into turn 10, high speed, keep the momentum up now, feel the G-force on your neck, it's very punishing around this corner as it tightens up on the exit. Get the car back over to the right hand side before the fast left and then right of turns 13 and 14. Head up the hill now, 100-meter board, brake and slow it down into 3rd gear. The track falls away from you, the car tends to pick up understeer there as now you head back down the hill to the last corner. Brake down into 2nd gear, tight corner, be patient, wait for that rear end to have enough traction. Full throttle, DRS, and the last boost of curves sees you past the start finish line.
Oh, guys, by the way, on Wednesday I am going to be doing I think I might do a MotoGP video because I haven't done one in ages. So yeah, folks, it'll probably be a 3-lap race. So yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy that. So, gonna be putting this. Gonna be doing a high and low setup. I think I'll run. Yeah, I'm gonna run with the primes this time round. So, yeah, folks, lap 10 is where I'm gonna pit for options. And yeah, let's do this. So here we go, folks. I didn't know where we start, so Vettel on pole as usual in India. Raikkonen 7th, and I start 8th. So here we go, folks. 1 light, 2 lights, 3 lights, 4 lights, 5 lights. And the Indian Grand Prix is underway. We're getting a good start off the line. I've got Di Resta passing me. Now I've got Hulkenberg passing me. And now I've got a McLaren of Button there taking to pick up the inside. I squeezed him out a little bit there and did the same thing to the rest of there. A little bit of contact between me and Button there as we're heading into this next corner. A little bit of contact with me and Hamilton as they're coming down the main straight. No DRS, by the way. Gonna use a tiny bit more of my curves. I thought I used all of it up on the start, but no, looks like we haven't. As we're heading into this next corner, braking hard. Oh my god, gonna use the flashback there. That was a bit naughty of me there. And from Grosjean as well, as we're coming down the main straight. Braking hard. Ooh. Side by side with, oh my god. And getting a poor traction out of the corner. That means Hamilton regains third place as we're coming into this next corner. Braking hard. Ooh, running into the back there of Hamilton. I'm going to use my flashback again. Grosjean, what are you doing today in India? So braking hard into this next corner. Clipping it perfectly. I'm going to hold station because I don't want to do anything stupid. Oh, running a bit wide there. And I've got Mark Webber hot on my heels as we're coming into this next corner. Turning in beautifully. Now into this next corner, turning in beautifully again. Ran a bit wide there, but carrying good momentum out of the corner as we head into this next corner. Now into the final corner. Oh, Hamilton really going slow on the braking. I have to check up a little bit there, not to run into Hamilton there. Coming down the main straight, braking hard. Coming into this next corner, oh, side by side with Hamilton there, and we take third place. Beautiful move there. Hamilton really struggling in terms of pace. And now down the straight in the slipstream, taking a little look on the inside of Alonso, but not enough space, not enough distance. As we're coming side by side with Alonso, taking a look up the inside, and that was a beautiful move, and that's put me up into second place. Now, here we go, guys. Can I catch and beat Sebastian Vettel, who has led all of the Indian Grand Prix throughout its history on the Formula 1 calendar? Through his corner, taken beautifully there. So, India. Like I said, a track that's been dominated by the guy ahead of me, which is Sebastian Vettel. He has won 2 out of the 2 races here at India. No other driver has won here before. And yeah, folks, remember 2011, the first year of the Indian Grand Prix, where Lewis Hamilton went into Felipe Massa. It was just because of Felipe Massa turning in on Hamilton. Because whilst Hamilton had the track position into the corner, and yeah, pretty stupid move. Oh, has he got a little bit of a cone there? I don't know who created that cone. I don't know who took off the cone there. Must have been one of the back markers. As we're coming down the main straight, are we gonna pass? Is there room to pass? No. Oh, bit of a mistake there. Oh, we take out another cone there, and that could have been bad for my tyres there, because they're on the yellow marking. So I've got to be really careful, especially because this is the 3rd lap. You realise this is the 3rd lap I'm on, and I'm starting to wear out my tyres. So I've got to be a little bit careful in terms of that, but. So that's the reason why I'm going to try and pace myself throughout the race, not get too, attached to Vettel. Just try and keep the pace up. Maybe if we're lucky, maybe we can have a go at him, even though we're cruising. So yeah, back to the history of it. 2011, remember that Hamilton, right? Felipe Massa after that, crashing. Putting a wheel onto the curb. He actually did that twice. He actually did that in qualifying and in the race, and that got him the name, and that corner was named the Massa corner because of all of that. And yeah, folks. And then after that, in the end, Vettel wins the race. And then into 2012, an okay race, a lot of good battles. Hamilton having to change his steering wheel halfway through the race, and yeah, and then Vettel, having his plank was sparkling like hell, and really worrying times for Red Bull and Sebastian Vettel, because if that would have won, he would have been disqualified from the race. So he was so lucky that didn't happen to him. So yeah. So, and yeah, he won the race, and yeah, and that's the reason why my tip for victory will be Sebastian Vettel. He just loves this track. He's won it twice. He knows how to win here. He's been absolutely dominant every single time, every single lap, to be honest. And yeah, so that's my tip for victory. Now back into the race. We're coming into the final corner. I'm starting to close up to Sebastian Vettel now. Quite nicely, as we're moving on to lap 5. I'm saving my fuel at the moment, and also saving my tyres as well, because I don't want to wear them out too quickly, because I'll be really struggling probably come lap 9, lap 8, so I've really got to be careful. And we'll take a look up the inside, and we do it. What a move by Roman Grosjean, as we see with the cone there is on the middle of the track there. Surprised it's not been cleared up. As we're coming down the main straight, here comes Vettel on the DRS, taking a look up the inside, and he takes back the lead of the Indian Grand Prix. As we are heading into this next corner, Vettel going really slowly in the braking zone, having to check up a little bit so I don't run into the back of him. As we're coming into this next corner, the corner where, like I said, Hamilton ran into Felipe Massa in 2011. And all over, I'm just all over the back there of Vettel. Don't want to get too all over the back of Vettel, otherwise I'm going to run into him. Well, yeah, I was going to say like all launch up in the air behind him, but you know, this is F1 2013. It's not real F1, so yeah, I can't really say that, to be honest. And yeah, guys, for those who don't know, if you run into the back of them, you just spin them out. You don't go launching up in the air, which is sad, you know, which is something that I would have loved to have. But hopefully next year with the new next-gen consoles. As we're taking a look up the inside, and we make that move and we make that stick, but I've got to be a little bit careful. So that's the reason why I'm gonna save my curves up for the long straight, because I know Vettel's going to have DRS, and I make a little bit of a mistake there coming on the exit. Cone's still there, a bit weird that they haven't got rid of it. As we're coming down the main straight, I'm going to use my curves now. Coming up to 7th, 180 miles an hour. Here comes Vettel. Vettel taking a look up the inside. Oh, is it going to work? No, it doesn't. And we do it. We keep the lead here at India, finally. I really thought that was it. I really thought Vettel was going to get past me and I was going to have to do it all over again. But no, he doesn't. So that means I continue to lead the Indian Grand Prix, which is great. So now I can start pulling away from Vettel now. Unless I make a bit of a mistake and he gets DRS. Which hopefully might not happen. For instance, next corner. Gap 1 second. So I've got to be really careful in terms of the gap here, because if Vettel gets DRS, that's going to be horror news to me, because he will be faster and he will have a better shot at passing me. And also, there's 2 DRS zones, which is a big pain for me. And Vettel's in the pits, so I stay out because I'm on primes. So, can I get ahead of Vettel? Will Vettel? I just really hope I stay out ahead of Vettel. That's what I'm hoping for. Just just missing that that cone there. Yeah, you've got to be careful when in terms of cones, because if you run into that, it can really slow you up a bit. So you've really got to try and avoid that as best you can. As we're coming into this next corner, clipping it beautifully. fastest first sector by 1/10 into this next corner. Loads of cars coming into the pit lane. Raikkonen way down there. He's almost a lap behind. Wow, he must have had problems at the start. Coming out of the corner there, setting. Oh, I thought I set the fastest second sector because that corner I took perfectly. So coming into this next corner, clipping it beautifully. Now into the final hairpin, braking hard, turning it in beautifully, on the power beautifully, and coming down the main straight. And it's only a 31.2, so that's a little bit surprising because I thought that I was going to I thought it was going to be a fastest lap by what, like 7/10. So yeah, probably must have been the straight. So I'm going to put it onto Rich. I'm going to start putting in some fast laps because I think in terms of my tyres, I think it should be okay. So I think I'm going to go for some belters. I'm going to go for some belters until lap 10, which is when I have to pit to change the option tyres. Yeah. So coming out of the exit of that hairpin, down the main straight, 3/10 up on that first sector into this next bit. Really, really tricky for me. This one I really hate. I hate these sections because they're so technical and so narrow in terms of turn-ins and all that. And you really have to be so precise through all of them, otherwise you're just going to run wide, go on the grass and lose a heck of a lot of time. So you really have, it's a test of precision. Through this next corner, braking at the 75 metre, braking almost at the 50 metre on me, sorry. Braking hard, turning it in, onto the start-finish straight. 1 minute 30.7, and that is the new fastest lap, hopefully, unless someone sets a really good lap. And yeah, we do get it, so it's official. 1 minute 1:30.7. Still got a lot of laps to go. I think we've got 7 laps to go in this race, so still a lot of racing to be done. I think that everyone's pitted now, so yeah, 26 seconds between me and Vettel, so I'm in a good position in terms of you know, in pit stop and all that. So 1/10 slower. I think it's probably because of the that second corner, which I don't really need to push now. I don't really think I need to push because look, honestly, 26 seconds. And I'm going to be pitting in under 2 laps. So yeah, I mean, I'm just going to cruise it till the pit stop, and then I'm just going to bolt, just absolutely go nuts. And that reminds me, I'm going to put on clean, just in case any. And hold up. Yeah, folks, sorry about that. I didn't really know about that. The last race I did was, I used the medium because the car that I was using, which was the Williams, was so poor in terms of tyre wear, I had to put it on medium because, honestly, like if I put it on off, I would have been able to, and the race that I did, it was on Catalonia, second to Catalonia, and I only got it up to lap 5, in terms of the tyres. And even though I only set 1 lap in qualifying, and yeah, folks, I mean, really poor choice in terms of car. I mean, I should have been thinking a bit more smarter, but whatever. That's just life. You make really terrible mistakes that really pay you throughout you know, your career. So yeah, folks, 9/10. Going to be boxing this lap. Through this really wide section here. Really love this section. running a bit wide there. Into this section, not really my favourite. I don't really like it, to be honest. This section, I like it a bit. And then that last corner, not really my favourite, to be honest. And now we're in the pit lane. So, yeah, folks, where are we going to come out? I think we're going to be okay in terms of securing the lead. Unless we have a terrible pit stop, which is unlikely. So, yeah, folks, into the pits, putting on to the option tyres. 3.1 seconds, which is okay in F1 2013 terms. Where do we feed at? 28 seconds, so I think we should be okay. Yep, we keep the lead. So we are still in the lead of the Indian Grand Prix. So into this next corner. Down the main straight. Oh, gotta avoid that cone there. Yeah, I think that's something that needs to be addressed for next year's Game War. Because honestly, the cone is like, they haven't really got rid of the cone. Like, I wish Cone Masters would just have this little system where, like, on one lap, you would like the cone be there, and then the next lap it would be gone. It'd be nice. It'd be a nice feature and very useful for the racing. For instance, next one. Actually, not. So I put it on to Rich now. I'm just gonna belt this now. I'm just gonna absolutely go nuts in terms of speed. Through into this next corner, really getting onto the power nice and beautifully. Through into this next corner, clipping it beautifully as well. Braking hard. Braking on the 100-meter board. Turning it in. Clipping it beautifully as well. Onto the start free straight to complete lap 11. Onto lap 12 now. Starting to see a couple of back markers ahead of me now, which should be interesting. Hopefully they won't keep me behind for long. And I really don't think the back markers are going to do any problems in terms of the lead, you know, because honestly I've got a 15-second lead. I'm absolutely flying, and you know what? I'm going to actually save my fuel. So yeah, folks. I mean, I'm in a good position to take a victory, the first victory for Roman Grosjean. Grosjean really being up there, really trying his hardest to get a victory. He's had a couple of good shots. You know, remember Suzuka? That was his best shot in terms of getting a win there. Really unfortunate for Grosjean in terms of the victory slipping from him, because honestly he deserved it. You know, he drove a really good race. He fought off the Red Bulls beautifully, but I think it was just, you know, the tyres and the strategy and that really cost him. Had he gone longer, probably would have done it. But that's racing. So we're braking hard into this next corner, clipping it beautifully. 1:29.0 there, and look at that, just 17 seconds. Even though I'm in lean, but I think, to be honest, actually, you know what? I'm running the intermediate difficulty. Oh, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Last race I actually ran it on the intermediate because I could not keep up with the pace of the leaders in the Williams on professional. So that's the reason why I dropped it down to intermediate. So sorry about that, guys. Whatever. It's only 3 laps to go. Hopefully the back markers should produce a lot of good entertainment, which we're not really getting at the moment. Sorry about that, guys. Hopefully it will be all addressed come Abu Dhabi. Saying it beautifully. Look at that, unbelievable. Oh shoot! Through into this next corner. Got a couple of backwards. braking hard. I really love what they've done. I really love that they put the DRS sort of markers. I really love that they put the DRS markers, like in terms of on the map, because it really helps the novices know when the DRSs are. And for those who are new to F1 2013, you know, and don't know where the DRS zones are, look on the green things. Those little green circles, that's the DRS detection zone. And the green, the green marker is the DRS activation zone. So yeah, and it's nice and I really like that. But I think they've got I think what the game should do is just indicate what each little thing. Probably maybe put it in like the menus while racing, just to make it easier. But yeah, I think it's good nice feature they've done, because in the last game you didn't have that at all, and I think that would confuse a lot of people new to F1 2012 who were starting to get into F1. They probably get confused on where the DRS is, which I can understand, because honestly, you're racing around, you're concentrating so hard on your lines and you're trying to have a look on each screen that you can find on where the DRS is. So coming into this next corner, coming into the last lap of the race, 1:30, 23 seconds. That is just crazy. Braking hard into this next corner, turning it in beautifully, clipping it beautifully as well. Ooh, going over the cone there for the last time, down the main straight, hitting 160, 170, 180 miles an hour, hitting the brakes. Just gonna cruise this now, don't need to push as hard as I can. I've got a good lead. Into this next corner, braking really early. Turning it in again through that corner. Couple of corners to go now. Just chilling in the lead now. Not long to go for Roman Grosjean to pick up his first win. Not actually his first win, you know, from one, but you know, for me, his first win. Braking hard at the 100-meter board, turning it in beautifully, and there we go. Roman Grosjean taking a win at the Indian Grand Prix. What a race for Grosjean there. A comfortable race, no real threats by anyone. And yeah, folks, fastest lap 1 minute 29.0. We gained 7 positions, which is good. And yeah, folks, so Roman Grosjean wins the race from Sebastian Vettel. Fernando Alonso is third, Lewis Hamilton's fourth, Mark Webber's fifth, Felipe Massa sixth, seventh was Nico Rosberg, eighth was Jenson Button, ninth was Sergio Perez, 10th was Paul di Resta, 11th was Nico Hulkenberg, 12th was Valtteri Bottas, 13th was Adrian Sutil, 14th was Jean-Luc Vergne, 15th was my teammate Kimi Raikkonen, 16th was Esteban Gutierrez, 17th was Daniel Ricciardo, 18th was Pastor Maldonado, 19th was Guido van der Garde, 20th was Max Chilton, 21st was Jules Bianchi, 22nd was Charles Pic, and that was it. So yeah. So yeah, folks. Yeah, I always get confused, to be honest. I think I'm always just thinking about 2012, like in terms of, I'm always just thinking like, oh, it's a 24 car grid. I should do, but yeah, I think I just forgot it's a 22 car grid, but whatever. So yeah, what a win for Grosjean. Hopefully, it could be a reality soon for that man. And yeah, folks, so thank you very much for watching. It's your boy, Jibber Boy. I'm out. Peace.